Radio killer, Big Snoop D.O. Dub, the American dream.
What's up YouTube, it's Tyler here, back with my second video for you guys. Kind of want to just go over, for this one, my enlistment process, MEPS, my time at the DEP, and just different things that I've picked up along the way from other YouTube guys like Jay Dwayne, Jamie D. Shea, a new guy that I just found, his name's Delando Bradford, and then another guy who is friends with Jay Dwayne, Derek Arnold. They helped me, watching their videos helped me with some of the questions I had going through, and I'll post the links for their pages at the end of this video for you guys to check out if you haven't already. Definitely check those out. There's some good videos, a lot of good information from those guys. So first of all, like if you're thinking about joining the military, for me it was the Marine Corps. There was no other option. Like when I decided that I was going to join the military, I didn't think of any other branch, Army, Navy, Air Force, none of that. It was the Marine Corps. I think personally that it's the only way to go. If you're going to join the United States military, why not join the best, right? I mean, no disrespect to any other branch, Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, all those guys do good work. We're all on the same team here. But if you want to join the Marine Corps, first thing you need to do is talk to a recruiter. You can go to marine.com, I think, marines.com, and find the closest recruiting office to you. I had a friend who was already in the Marine Corps, so he brought me to his recruiter in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is where I'm from, and it went from there. My recruiter, Sergeant Freed, he sat me down when I came in, and they asked me a bunch of like questions. Sorry, I got a runny nose. They ask you a bunch of questions, like medical questions. If you've ever broken a bone, have you ever been on any prescription medication, have you ever done drugs, criminal history, have you ever had tickets or been arrested for anything like that. And that's just a baseline to get to, for them to see, for your recruiter to see if you are even basically qualified to take it to the next step. So if you are, which I was, and like I'm sure most of you will be, you go from there, you fill out more paperwork, you sign your name probably 1,000 times. My hand hurt so much when I was writing all those initials. You initial for every little medical thing you can think of. Half of this stuff I didn't even know what it was. But after that, you fill out all that paperwork, and then your recruiter will sit down with you to schedule a day for you to go to MEPS, which stands for the Military Entrance Processing Station. Basically just a place for everyone to go. You take your ASVAB, it's like the military version of like an ACT or SAT, and that score on that test determines what jobs you're qualified for in the Marine Corps. So you go to MEPS, first day, you get there. For me, I got there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, straight away, went in, took my ASVAB, finished that, and I stayed at a hotel. And then you get up real early the next morning, like 5 a.m. For us, it was like 5 or 5:30, I can't remember. You go back to the MEPS station, and that's when the long day starts. That second day is the longest. You do everything from, like, every medical test you take. Hearing tests, vision tests, you get your blood drawn, you take a piss test. So if you've done drugs or, and then I don't know how long they stay in your system, but you might want to talk to your recruiter about that. If you've lied about it to your recruiter, that's probably not a good thing. I know the one thing, if you do test positive for drugs at MEPS, you are automatically disqualified, and I don't think you can ever join again. So if you are one of those people, definitely talk to your recruiter about that before you even go to MEPS. So you take your hearing, vision, blood test, piss test. You go into a room and you do a lot of like dexterity tests. You strip down into your underwear and you do like all sorts of weird moves just for the doctor to see if there's any limitations in your joints, like your arms and your legs and your back. He makes you like bend over, and he feels your spine to see if it's straight. And so that takes a while. It's a lot of sit around and wait type of stuff. Luckily for me, there weren't a lot of guys going through when I went through. There were only like 10 or so guys, so I got through pretty quick. Even though it was a long day, it could have been a lot longer. So if you're qualified after that, they go through all those tests, and you'll sit down with the liaison officer for your respective branch, whatever branch it is. There's an office for each branch, and you'll go over with that liaison officer all the jobs you're qualified for. So for me, he gave me a list, and he just went through and said, pick one of these jobs. And so I looked through the list. I originally wanted to do comm. I wanted to be a field radio operator, but it wasn't available. All the slots were full or whatever, for whatever reason. So I went with aviation maintenance. It's like a aviation mechanic, which is cool with me. I don't really know that much about aviation or mechanics, so it'll be a good learning experience for me, and I'm pretty excited about it. So after that, you'll pick your job, you'll sign your contract, and then you'll go into a little room. I did it by myself. Some guys I've seen on YouTube do it with other people, but you swear in. So you come in, you stand at attention, you stand at parade rest, actually, and when the I don't know who he is, like the bigwig at the MEPS station. He'll walk in, you'll go to attention, you'll raise your right hand, and you'll swear in, basically, and then that's basically it. Like, you're done at MEPS. From then, after you get out of MEPS, you'll have your ship date. When you talk with your liaison officer, he'll go over that with you when you sign your contract, so you'll know when you ship. And then if you're shipping in like 3 or 4 months, you will join what is called the delayed entry program. It's basically just for guys that are waiting to ship, and to keep them motivated. You do little meetings and stuff like we do every Tuesday night in my recruiting station. It's called Warrior Night. Just go over knowledge, stuff you need to know, stuff that you should know going into boot camp, your general orders, your 11 general orders, the rank structure for enlisted and officer, and then just basic military or Marine Corps knowledge, like birth date, where it was founded, some of the important Marines like Chesty Puller, Archibald Henderson, Grand Old Man of the Marine Corps, and like different stuff that they say, like port is left and right is starboard. You want to know that kind of stuff just to give you a one-up when you get to boot camp, so you're not behind and having to learn all that stuff on the fly. It'll make your life a lot easier. So once you join the DEP, that's basically what you do. And then every month you have what's called a pool function, where they'll go over more of the knowledge. Like at our pool functions, we'll go over a lot of the knowledge. We do quiz games and stuff, pair up into teams, and then they do like a partial IST, because we're in Wisconsin right now. It's freezing cold outside. It's so cold right now, so we don't go for runs that often. We've done runs, but it's not fun when it's 30 below out. You definitely don't want to go outside. So we do pull-ups. You just do a max set of pull-ups, and you do sit-ups. So we do that all in the office, and they just track your progress and see how you're doing, so that you're basically qualified to go to boot camp. You don't want to be below a certain level, otherwise you can't ship. So that's what the DEP is. The IST is pull-ups, sit-ups, and a 1.5 mile run. I just did my final IST before boot camp. We actually went to the Metrodome, even though it's collapsed. When my recruiter said we were going to the Metrodome, I was like, are you sure? Because the roof just collapsed like a month or 2 ago. I don't know how that's going to work, but we ran around the outside of it, the rotunda. We did our pull-ups and our sit-ups, and we're good to go. So I shipped February 7th, which is coming up. It's like a week and a day away. Getting pretty nervous, but yeah, that's just a basic rundown of what you'll go through when you join the military, what to expect. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I don't know a lot about what to do after MEPS, or after like boot camp and stuff. I haven't left yet, obviously, but I like to think that I'm pretty knowledgeable about the DEP. I've been in for like 5 months, which isn't a long time in comparison to other guys, but yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just want to give a shout out to Jay Dwayne, Jimmy D. Shea, Delando Bradford, and Derek Arnold again. Those guys helped me through, and hopefully I can help you guys. Alright? Peace.
Hey, yo, nephew, why don't you come up off them keys and sing a little something for the ladies? You know what I'm talking about? Let them know how we feeling right now.